Well, I'm extremely excited. I feel like I've waited for this day for such a long time. This is the night before, but tomorrow we have a very, very, very exciting day for two different reasons, actually. One is that the first trees are going to be arriving, which I can't wait. You guys know that we went and shopped for some trees. There was a little bit of a change actually in how we had to do things, because you guys saw that we went to a nursery, which was very nice, very lovely guy there. However, once we took the next step and we got some information regarding the actual planting process and everything, there was some question marks because the land where the trees are going is quite wet, which meant that there was no... There's quite a short window now to get these trees planted because they don't deliver them anymore after April. But how do I put this? We had to commit to purchasing all the trees without knowing for certain if we could plant them or not. Because if it's too wet, the machines can't go there onto the specific spots on the field, which means you miss your window. And then you kind of have all your money, which is actually quite a large sum of money, just held up in trees with no idea when you're going to be planting. So I tried to see if we could arrange anything with the grower there that we went to, but actually there was not really any choices because the only trees that they offer at that size are coming directly from the ground. Now, I did some digging and some research, and there is some other possibilities for people who are in our position, and that's purchasing a tree that's kind of been like taken out of its hole like 1 to 2 years prior, and it's been it's been allowed to grow above ground in kind of container or like a wrapping of some sort. And that means that you can technically transplant the tree and plant it any time of year, even though it's better to do it as early in the season as possible. It means that you have the flexibility that if the weather doesn't allow you to move forward, you can still wait. So I've now we've looked at the same trees basically that we went to see together. I've now found a grower that can do that and that can deliver them. And the trees are now coming from them. So even though those specific trees that you guys saw in the video are not the actual ones we bought, it's the same types. And actually the sizes, we ended up going bigger on all of them. So the trees that are coming are much bigger than the ones you guys saw on video. When I tell you bigger, they're much bigger. It all worked out in the end. It was a bit of a shame because I really liked that nursery that we went to. However, I didn't really, this is not my thing that I do. It's not my forte. So once we talked to the company who was going to handle the planting, they told us, listen, it's going to be probably far too wet to plant when they need you to collect the trees, which was just a bit of a shame. Anyway, in the end, it did work out. But the trees are arriving tomorrow, which I simply cannot wait for. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I've been waiting for this day ever since we sold our last house and we knew that we would be taking on a project. I was like, one day I'm going to buy really, really large trees, or we are going to buy really, really large trees. And something about that just really excites me. I don't know. I think it's like the instant impact and change to the landscape that it makes, obviously for the better. And then another exciting thing is you guys will remember that we had some lanterns custom made that are going between the stables. They've arrived and they're getting installed tomorrow. So incredibly exciting. Incredibly exciting. So there's a lot to look forward to tomorrow. I am going to try and relax and enjoy the evening. Then tomorrow in the afternoon, we're going to be seeing the convoy arrive, the first trees. Not all of them will arrive tomorrow. They're going to spread it over 2 days and 2 days of planting. But the first ones will be here tomorrow. And I think the biggest one will be here, which really thrills me. Yeah, it's so exciting. I can't wait. It's going to be really, really fun. So, yeah, we're going to get some shut-eye. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a big day. So you guys will remember that we had... Yes is here, by the way. He was just riding. But you guys will remember that we had selected the bigger model in the end. I don't know if I actually told you what the finalized decision was, but it was for the bigger model of the lights. And they have been spray painted in the exact same finish as the stable, which is this anthracite. I think it looks really, really nice. Obviously the bottom part hasn't been put in, but slowly as they're getting wired and put up, the base goes in, then we have to put the light in, and then we have to close the bottom and finish it. But I think actually it's going to look really, really nice in there. You can see there's one more in the distance that has been placed, and slowly they're all going to start to pop up. I do have to run to the shops to get the light bulbs so that we can see them up and finished today. But I think when they're all up, it's going to look really, really, really nice. I think it's going to look really pretty, actually. So that's what's going on here. And then later, as I said, we're going to get the first deliveries of the trees. They're not going to be getting planted today, but they are going to be placed here. And then once they all are arrived and delivered, they're going to be installed. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is, I mean, everything's going to carry on here with the install, but what I'm going to do in the meantime is go and shop for these light bulbs, because we want something that's in the same heat caliber as the rest. We're keeping everything at 3000 kelvins. And I need to try and find something that isn't too bright, because these lights are not really supposed to, speaking of bright, hello. These lights are not really meant to like illuminate and make the whole space super bright. They're meant to be more like decorative as well. Something that also exciting that's arrived is the wood chips. This is just a trial batch that I have. You can see them here. But these are going to be going around the outdoor arena soon. So that's a project that is going to be happening soon, so we can cover all the plastic and start to finalize the landscaping. So I'm very excited to get that done. And then yesterday, the finalization of the foundations for the lunging circle happened. So like all the foundations are in. Let me show you. So here they are. There's still some earthwork that needs to happen to level the space, because the ground goes quite high here and then it goes down into the forest down. So we need to bring the level up at the back. But here you can see the foundations for the 17-meter covered lunge yard that's going to be coming up here. And I don't have a specific timeline for this project yet. We wanted to get the foundations done while we knew the weather was good, but I think it's going to be towards the later part of this year when this actually all starts to get finished, so it's operational for the winter. We're not in an incredible rush to do this. There's also quite a lot of other jobs, and my dad really wanted to be here because he's like really involved in this project to get this done. But they're of course leaving in like a week and doing their own life and their own things. So this will stay kind of paused until we are ready to go. But I'm very, very, very excited about it. It looks really good, and I'm very happy with the position because there's still a little bit of space here for us to plant some more things to kind of hide this structure so we don't see it too much from the garden, even though there's already quite a lot of trees, especially once all of these will fill out. But yeah, it definitely gives an impression and an idea of how this space is going to look. It's also very easy to underestimate how tall this building is, because it's like 6 meters tall. So it is going to be a very large, prominent structure here. And I like that it's tucked into the trees because of that it feels a little bit like more sheltered and more tucked away. It's not going to be such a huge impact. I don't want it to take away from obviously the main building and the main barn. I mean, it will be lower than the main barn because this is about 10 meters tall here, whilst that will be 6. But yeah, this was already another really, really big achievement for us. I've got the lights.
Very good. We are done.
Are you done? Oh, so we're ready to put the lights in?
Yep.
Oh, good timing then. And I think the trees are going to arrive in the next 20 minutes. Oh wow, that looks really nice. Yeah, they look really good. This is the only ones I could really find that were the most suitable, so I think maybe I'm gonna have to buy some more at some point, but
let's test one.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, nice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really nice when it's all set up and operational. Yeah, it's quite small. It's all that I could find that it was appropriate in terms of the lumens and everything. So I think in the future I'm going to get something that's dimmable and the right, because this is also 2700 kelvins, not 3000, but it's the only thing. Otherwise we couldn't even test it. So I just got these ones. I mean, we'll see.
That's pretty big wood.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the glass is a little bit opaque, so that will help with the light not being as intrusive to the eye, but it looks very nice.
I can hold them if you want.
No, it's a bit stubborn.
German. Yeah. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be a bit bigger, the light inside, for it to
yeah,
look more appropriate,
yeah.
but for now...
A long one.
Yeah.
Long one.
Yeah, but there I couldn't find that. But for now, this will at least give us an idea.
I have to do.
Yeah, I know, you've got plenty of options.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I think the amount of light is okay. I need to see it at night, how it's...
Here and only those lights are on, I think it will look great.
Yeah. Yeah, the bulb inside of it definitely looks a bit funny.
Yeah.
But we can...
Oh, the long one. You need
yeah.
to,
I just didn't have that at the store, at least not in the appropriate lumens and color temperature.
The lumens are great.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, we just have to make sure it's not too disturbing to the eye, but we'll see what it looks like when all the other ones are on there too. I need to tell Jesse also that the trees are going to be here soon, so he won't miss it. Oh my gosh, very excited. I hope everything doesn't get wrecked. I don't know how big the trucks are, but certainly they won't be small. Oh no. False alarm. He did text me that they were going to be here any second with the tree delivery. I've already been telling myself that I can hear them, but I don't think so. Not yet. Maybe we can look at the road and see if we see them coming. I'm glad it's a nice day and we're having nice weather. Otherwise, these trucks might get stuck because they might have to go over the grass. Oh. Oh, there, yeah. Oh, wow, it's an army. Oh my god, they're huge. Wowzers. Look at this. That is some serious treeage. Wow. That is impressive. They have a bit of a queue behind them, I see. Wow. I'm trying to see if I can recognize which is which, but not really, not yet. Oh, I do actually, yes. That's one of the maples. And I think this is the horse chestnut tree. Very impressive. Wowzers. Wowzers, they're not small. Look at this. That's the pin oak. Will look exactly the same like that one day. That one right there. Whoa, this one's even bigger. This is the maple, a type of maple. Look at Chase. The grass looks really nice at the moment. It's almost a crime to see it get ruined. Crazy, we can touch the top of it. Wow. Yeah, next time when the budget allows it. Oh. whole cars. One wheel suspended. That's impressive. Oh, the next lot of trees are coming, but I'm walking Valero. I don't know if they're gonna come past here, but if they are, I'm gonna have to move because he might get scared of this large load of... Yep, I'm gonna have to move, I think. The last load is here, just arrived, and it's these two flowering trees are ours, and it's two types of wild cherries that are native here to the Netherlands. And they're already in bloom, look very nice. So these will look really pretty actually when they're in the landscape. Hopefully we get to enjoy them with a bit of flowers on them still, but we will see. But so far they look very good. They look very, very good. Well, the arrival of the next trees is about to happen. I'm just gonna get my drone because last time I wanted to like be there and experience it for myself. But because I've already gotten the first glimpse, this time I don't really have to do that. So I've got my drone and I'm gonna catch some drone shots, which I'm quite excited about. But today is planting day. So today we're going to be seeing a lot of the transformations start to happen. I'll have to talk to the team about actually which tree they want to start with and stuff. I haven't given you guys like a full walk around yet, but I thought we would do it when all the trees are here, so you're really able to like, oh my god, they're here! I'm not ready! Gosh, that happened quick. Well, the first one's just gone up, but they're going to need some time now to obviously close it all up, to put the posts in either side. So I'm going to quickly try and grab some breakfast. I had this glorious idea. I'm going to wake up early, blah, blah, blah. I was so tired. So I just didn't. I mean, it's not that late, but I didn't get up as early as I would have wished for. So I still need to have breakfast. But yeah, the first tree is in. The red beech. Yes is here having breakfast. Are you excited? I'm sorry that I'm exposing you during breakfast. I know you don't like that. It was just a quick glance to say hello. Huh? Oh. Are you excited about the whole situation that's going on? I don't have to put you on camera. You have a bit of chocolate like here. You excited?
So my willow, when is the willow coming?
I need to actually contact them when the willow is coming. I think that's going to be the last one to be installed, to be honest.
It's very exciting. I want to go and have a look.
Yeah, I think we'll head out there in a second. So we can maybe view like the next tree that they're going to do like in person. And this one that they've just planted is a red beech. Which is one of the smaller trees actually we purchased. So it will be interesting to see like the really big ones go up, especially the horse chestnut, like the really big one up there. I'm curious about that one. Okay, I cannot contain my excitement any longer. I'm going out because the next one's going up. And I want to see that in person. I want to see that up close and personal is what I want to do. How exciting. Oh my gosh, I just got the first glimpse of the tree that's up, of the red beech. Let me show you. There it is. I think on camera doesn't look as significant or as big, but let me tell you, in person, it's a proper tree. It's certainly a proper tree, and this is getting ready for the next one here. Very exciting. Next one is going in position. We're gonna go and, well, actually Yes is on coffee duty. Hey. So Yes is gonna go make some coffees for everybody. I need to bring Valero out, but they're just getting ready to pop the next one in. And maybe the next one is gonna be this one, actually, the horse chestnut. That one I really want to be there for. But the ground is very wet, so there is quite a lot of, I mean, if you look at how deep the machine's tires are in the ground, it's not ideal. So, yeah, so we will see. There's gonna definitely be some fixing up to do around here. So here's the red beech. Gosh, I just put Valero out. That was quite an experience. He was very interested in everything that was going on and quite stallion-y, but he's fine now, but he was full on. So they're just getting ready to pop the next tree in, but I wanted to bring you closer to this red beech to show you exactly what it looks like. So they've got these 3 poles in, and the reason why you think, well, Matt, why are those poles so crooked? It's because they're made out of chestnut, and they're always a little bit like this when they're made out of chestnut, but it's a hardwood, so they're very strong. And we'll need to keep the trees, I think, staked for like around 2 years. Then those can go once the roots have established and the tree is kind of firmly holding its place in the ground. It's quite hard to give you guys like a scale reference as to actually how big this is, but I can stand without, well, with major clearance. This is my hand, but I can stand with a lot of clearance underneath it. So it's probably like it's maybe more, maybe like 7-8 meters tall. So I reach somewhere around here and I'm 2 meters tall. So it's quite a big guy, but it was really nice because when I was on that side of the field walking Valero, trying not to die, I could already see this from back there. It makes such an impression, and this is what it looks like without leaves. So I can only imagine what it's going to look like once the leaves come in. And we've somehow managed to nail quite a good timing, because this is actually the perfect time of the season to be able to do this. And we got lucky because if we, I think, had one more day of rain, we couldn't have done this, because I'm going to show you guys what's happening already with the tire tracks. I showed you from afar before, but now you'll be able to really see is that this is already what's happening when the ground is dry. this is what it looks like. So all of this is going to have to get fixed. But I mean, if this is what it looks like when the ground is, if this is what it looks like when the ground is dry, I would hate to know what it looks like when the ground is wet. Yeah, they're just preparing the next tree. This is a field maple. They're just doing a little bit of light pruning, and that helps the tree. They did it with this tree as well. That just helps it have less to support whilst it's establishing. It looks very good though. I'm quite impressed because this is the cake you made. I asked yes, I said
It's really good.
yeah?
Yeah, of
Oh.
course.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really hungry yet, but later I will.
Oh, you have to try.
Oh, okay, I can
Yeah.
try. I asked yesterday why he didn't come with a car, but he
Celebration
just
for the
decided to put
trees.
everything in his...
Could
Yeah,
have made a green one.
yeah. Well, it's
Put it
good.
as avium cake.
Yeah, well, not for this one, but yeah.
No.
Second one is up. Just the positioning is being tackled now. The placements of the trees feels really park-like, which I'm happy about. Especially when that one's in, then this area will give that feeling. Just in the garden now, and they have started there. They've started with my favorite one of all of them. It's the big horse chestnut. It's the biggest tree we bought. It's the one I was most excited for. It's a little bit of an homage to our old property because we had one of these really beautiful one that was planted by the people that we bought our old property from, but it was planted right outside of the outdoor, and this is a little bit of an homage to the old property and a memory of the old property, having again a horse chestnut close to the outdoor arena. I called Dave, I said, you have to come see this. I was like, you cannot miss this. I was like, it's epic. We're literally erecting a park. So she's going to be here soon as well, but it's so exciting. Oh my god, it's like, this is like beyond Christmas for me. Make haste, make haste. Run, girl.
Am I too late?
No. It's this one now that's gonna, it's the big one. Look at the two that are already installed. There's one there. It's hard to see right now, but there's...
I didn't know I was in England.
Yeah.
Am I at the estate again?
Exactly.
Whoa.
There's the red beech at the back, and that's a field maple here. And then now this, how you say it in Dutch, 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘.
What a you-ball.
So exciting. Drone set, camera 2 set, phone on.
Good song.
Yeah, they're just, you came at the perfect time. They're just about to start lifting
I
soon.
never drive above the speed limit, girl. I was
Bumping it.
little bit extra. So be safe.
Wow. So now it's a little meticulous work just to make sure that the tree is straight, but it of course has to be straight from every side, not just from one side. But that looks absolutely incredible. And I was saying to Ava, imagine this with snow on it. That's what gets me excited as well.
Yeah, especially now that we had snow this year. I'm hopeful for next year.
And even small things, now that we're gonna have all these trees here, of course we're surrounded by forest, but this will bring all the birds even closer to the arena, so you'll hear them so much more.
And it will be nice for your photo shoots too, in the arena or just around the path.
Oh, definitely.
When they're blooming, we're shooting.
Yeah. And in the morning, the sun comes from that way, so that means when you stand on that side of the path, it goes through all the trees. Wow. And I said to Ava, and the best thing, they all have autumn color. Right, that's right. Can't wait.
No.
Wow.
All the seasons are gonna be fun, regardless.
What do you think? First time seeing it in person. You like it?
Yeah.
Impressive, right?
Een nice specimen, hè?
Yeah. Now,
Big and groot in deze shape.
now that's the tree. Can you stand under it? I want to get a reference. Sorry, I'll just have to continue to back up. Hold on a second. No, just stand. Wow. That is certainly a tree. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looks nice though, right? I'm really happy with the composition so far, and they're just putting the flowering cherry. We should go have a look. The wild cherry is just going up now.
It looks very nicely.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It's all trenched at the back. That's not ideal, but what can you do? We decided to pick up some of the branches to... Do you mind? Sorry. We decided to pick up some of the branches so that we could bring them in the house to make like a little bouquet.
Real good idea.
Yes' idea. This is... Okay, we're gonna have nothing left. There's gonna be 2 sticks and 1 flower.
Beautiful. The tree's beautiful. Can I tell you, beautiful?
It looks really nice there, and it's actually quite big. This is like the smallest we have out of everything we bought.
It's very different now, no? We look around.
But in a nice way. It feels more cuddled, everything. Do you think? Well, so far as everything is going according to plan, the only thing that is being a little bit of a struggle, there's some very light rain, but it's nothing serious, but the only thing that has been a little bit of a struggle is this soft ground here, and you obviously have to go through that in order to get to where a couple of the back trees are anyways. So the pin oak is now going to go up, they're just thinning it out, and then they have to manage to get all the way to the back there for the lime tree. So we're going to see how that goes. But so far, everything is going quite well. I'm pleased. But there is one more that has to go down the back. So hopefully the road can hold for one more passage across. Yes, I made butter chicken last night and he just can't stop. Wow. What a moment this one is.
Oh, which one is this? The pin oak?
Yeah, that's the pin oak. Impressive, right? That's a specimen. Ooh,
Peeny.
really nice. Is that the biggest? Maybe not. I don't know. One of the biggest.
I can't believe it. It's crazy.
I know, right?
I do think we missed one or two.
Beautiful.
You want more?
one here a bit and one there.
But if you put it there, you will see it from the house. So you need to think if you want to like block the view a little or not.
Oh,
This one is
it looks
big.
like a lindworm that comes out.
And the tractor's gonna go and hitch the last tree to bring that one to its location. Well, you guys will have seen what an incredible morning it is here, and that the next and final tree is up that is going around the arena area. But that is not the final tree that's going up, because there's still two more. Now, one hasn't been delivered yet. It's a great big willow that you guys saw when we went shopping. That one we ended up purchasing because the willow is being planted in the field, and there's easy access there because the ground is much drier and accessible. So that one we actually bought from that nursery. That's the actual only one we could buy in the end, but I'm hoping that in the future we'll be able to be purchasing something else from them, because they just treated us so well there. But what I have to do now is they're just finalizing that planting that took place behind the arena that you just saw with the drone footage. Beautiful day. But what I have to do now is one of the the remaining flowering cherry tree, native flowering cherry tree, is actually being put in the field. And the logic behind that I will explain later on when we tour you guys throughout the whole thing. But I actually need to find the placement of where it's going to be going out there. So I'm going to go take a look now. I think I'm going to drive one of the machines in there so it can like kind of be my placeholder. That way I can look at it from different views and make sure we get the right place. But yeah, I think the guys will be done here pretty quick. They've made quick work of all of this. So I think I'm going to go do my bit. Yes is out here. He was just doing the horses. Hi! Nice day, right?
Very nice day.
What do you think? You can't really see that tree.
I mean, maybe we have to start like...
What's wrong with you? You look perfect. I can't really see that tree over there. It was easier with the drone.
Which one?
Well, exactly. The one that they've just put up. It's up already at the back there. Can't see it. But I'm gonna have...
It's perfect. It's beautiful. And I like that here's the gap. Because then you can still really look through and you can see the arena, and it's like a...
Yeah. I do think something here could still work, you know? Something a little bit here, especially because I think I want to hide the covered lanyard when it comes, because I don't think I want to see it. I don't think it's going to be a really pretty structure. I would rather see nature. This is the trench that was made by the machine, as the machine tried to obviously use one road to access all the trees so we wouldn't break the whole field. And I've asked them to kindly just backfill it once he was going out again. So what we're gonna do is just let this all settle, dry and rest. and then we are going to just equalize it all, reseed, and yeah, and sort it out. It's a little bit of an eyesore at the moment, but it will be fine. It will be oh gosh, he's stuck again, but it will be okay. He's literally dragging himself forward with the arm, and the tires are so full of clay because it's very clay soil here on this part of our property. It's not sandy like the top, because it's so limey and clay. His tires are full of them, and then he has no traction. But there is just this tree left. There's just this tree left to plant. The other cherry, which looks exactly like this one that's been planted here, and that's just popping right into that field somewhere in there. That will kind of finish this planting. There is, I think I told you guys already, there's one more willow that's going by the pond, but that hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, this is the destruction, and I'm gonna try and fix, me and a contractor we work with are gonna try and fix these ones ourselves. That should be a little bit easier. We will just be able to like kind of squish everything down and backfill it, and at least get that side of the lawn done. Oh, he's cleaning his tires. Oh, that's very smart. He's just lifted himself up and he's running the tires. That's very clever, actually. So you know these people. It's not the first rodeo, is it? But it looks amazing. I'm so happy with the placement. There is like a little bit of a gap here between all the trees, and that's why we're placing one of the cherries there to kind of close that gap. But the reason we wanted to leave that gap open is because that's like our view to the house looking that way. Then we can like see all the way through. So that's why it's a little bit more open over there. But of course, once that flowering cherries in there, that will help a little bit close that gap, so it doesn't feel like such an open space. However, I'm very happy overall with how everything turned out. I haven't gone to look at this one yet. That's the one they installed this morning. However, I will go take a better look later, probably with 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘. We'll go and walk and have a look. They had to do quite a lot of training. We got this one on discount because the crown had broken, so they're retraining the top branch. There you can see the crown got cut off, so they're training that branch to be the new leader. So we got that at a slightly better price, but that's going to be a very beautiful linden tree right there. So yeah, very excited overall, and I'm excited to see the last one for this install go in. So there we are, we're just checking the placement now, and I think I'm pretty happy with that, because it brings a little bit of weight to this side of the equation while keeping this still open, and we can always choose to do something here. But that's, I think, where the placement of that one is going to be. Of course it will. Oh, I think he got electrified. Yeah, it's on. Whoops. Yeah, so sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I can't focus anymore. Yeah, so I think that's going to be the right place, but we're just going to keep going because I've lost completely my train of thought about that. It's been a very, very busy and productive couple of days here, and I think I'm going to tour you guys properly through the horse pace when the horses are in. King's looking at me like, hello, are you going to give me some attention? But I think I'm going to tour you guys properly through the space when we just get a couple of things fixed up, because we actually can't walk through a lot of pieces of the yard because it's very wet, very trenched. So we just have to get this all fixed. However, I'm extremely happy and pleased with how it... Yes, King, that's a really bad habit. Let's not do that. I'm extremely happy and pleased with how everything went. They did an incredible job. I was forewarned that the lawn would get wrecked, but I just wanted to take my opportunity because, of course, we could try and hope for things to dry out a little bit, but we weren't sure that was going to happen, and it could be that it actually got wetter. So we kind of just took our opportunity with the possibility with this break and the weather we had now, considering it's so early on in the season. But it looks incredible, and I think I want to tour you guys also through the space when we actually start to get like more leaves on the trees, because even though it's starting to sprout now, you're not really going to get the vision until you can see the weight on the trees. So if you guys are just going to give me 2 weeks, I will give you a final complete tour. However, I realized that I kind of didn't show you one last thing that happened here, which we started the vlog with, or it was at least the beginning of the vlog. It was all of the lights that got installed. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a view of how they look, because I'm very, very, very happy with how they turned out and with how things are looking like in here. Here we are. So this is with the lanterns turned on and all of our indirect lighting turned on, and obviously like the LEDs and everything that we have in here. I'm really, really, really happy with how these look. I think it's come out really beautifully. I think the sizing is perfect. Let me try and actually show you what it looks like with just the lanterns on, because I know some of you guys will want to see this. So a little bit different, but it's enough light that like the horses can, for instance, like stay with this lighting on when we put them to bed, but when we haven't... Oh, here's Mr. Yes, sir.
Knocking on the window.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I was just showing them what the lanterns actually came out like.
Yes.
Yeah.
You show the owl?
Not yet, but I will. But you're happy with the lanterns, right?
Yes.
Yeah? It looks really nice. And I was saying, you know, this is quite nice lighting for like when we bring the horses in, but we haven't done final hay because we do that like around like 10, 11. So this is quite nice soft lighting for them until then. So it's just, yeah, I'm really happy with them. I think we've made the right choice with the size of them, with everything. And I told them as well that I'm going to tour them around the trees when the leaves come on and everything to show them a little bit better. But what is your first feeling and impression on the trees? Is it what you expected? Are you happy?
They changed everything.
Yeah? You're happy? Okay, good. I'm very happy too.
They're beautiful, bello.
It's definitely giving like a park feeling, which is what we wanted.
I'm gonna have to put on shoes.
I think that's a smart idea considering you're 2
I'm
centimeters
nearly in
away
the
from the
owl
owl
share.
poo. Oh, speaking of the owl,
Show the owl.
yes, I'm gonna show you guys because we just noticed him perched at the top of the, and I mean, I turn the lights on now for you guys, but typically the lights are off, so he's not as disturbed. But we were just looking up before. And we were like, what is that? And then we looked better and we were like, oh my God, it's our little owl that lives here with us. So this is the church owl that has his nest in our barn. It's a registered nest right here. And there's actually some babies. I don't know if you will be able to hear it. They make kind of like a sound. No. Okay, well, they're being quiet right now. But, yeah, overall, if we just go back to the lights, I'm very, very happy with how the lanterns came out. It was definitely the right choice. They fit the space. They look good. So I'm very, very pleased. Very, very happy. That's pretty much everything for this vlog. It was an exciting one. We still have the willow to be planted, so I'm going to be showing you guys obviously when that comes and when that happens. And then obviously a final tour and all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, you guys require so much attention. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. It was extremely exciting and such a dream come true being able to actually do this. So I'm very, very pleased and very happy and grateful we actually got the opportunity to make this happen this year. We didn't know if if this project was going to be bumped up on the priority list. But the thing about plants and trees is that the earlier you do it, the more you reap the benefits. So that's kind of what we did. So yeah, that's it for now though. I want to thank you guys all again, as always, so much for watching. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Bye.